Welcome, my lovelies. Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, whatever is your case. How you doing? Welcome to Mickey and My Crowd. This is Hilda, your host. This is another video for another premiere. And this time, guess what? Ta-da-da-da! We are leveling up on the big cross stitching. Okay, beading cross stitching. We are gonna go a little more up. So we were, and I gotta congratulate to Lisa. See, she's almost done. She won me. I haven't finished this. We've been doing these flowers, right? And we are doing the basic stitch, you know, from left to right, coming up on the left button, going in on the top right, and then when coming to the end, right, we are coming up to the top right and coming into the bottom left. That's the basic stitch. I'm not going to explain it. I'm going to post the video up here. You gotta watch the video, the basic one. So you have been doing all this nice and beautiful, and you might be doing 2 or 3 or whatever, but there's some other pretty pictures out there that you want to do. However, some of those pictures, let me put the cover on this. Some of these pretty pictures has kind of odd shapes, like this one, right? First of all, it's a partial. You don't drill the background like in the flowers. You drill the whole thing. You come right, left to right, right to left, right? But over here, you have these shapes, right? And you have these sections. So in this case, I mean, the logic tells you if you want to save thread, you don't jump from here to do the other stuff. In this case, you got to do by section, right? Once I finish all this, then I can take care of this, right? This is the owl, and I think we have an unboxing of this one. So once I do this area, right, I'm gonna come up area, because that's the logical way, or this area, whatever it prefers you. But you always gotta stick to the basics. But what you do when you have something like this, like a steps, I mean, when you finish over here, what you gonna do to go up and come back? Because it's the same rhythm. Left to right, right to left, because all your beads gotta look at the same way. So I discovered one that I bought that is very basic. In not only the basic, and let me put this aside because we're gonna take a look at it. Lisa, you've been so excited to see what's the mystery one that I have been doing. Well, get ready to rumble. Is this one, the lighthouse? It's called Lighthouse of Hope, which oh come on, it's heavy. The fabric turns heavy as you keep on working on them. Let me pull the camera up a little bit. Okay? This is the one that I recommend that you do to practice what I'm about to teach you. Because on this one, first of all, now that you see it completely, right? Right? Now let me show you by section. Here, you have a whole section to practice the basic stitch. This is gorgeous, ladies. It's not the same way in camera that it is in person. Okay? let me put these aside. So you got enough over here to practice left to right until you come up here. Okay? You come up here. I left it on purpose. I ended up over there because I want to teach you. Let me see. I want to show you how to jump. I'm trying to get you as close as possible because when I start doing this, I'm going to have to do it practically in the hand. So I stop it over here. Oh no, come on. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. You want more? Okay, here you are. So I stop it over here because I'm about to do this stitch, right? In this case, I have to go by the chart because, let me show you. I got 26 colors in here. This one has 26 colors, okay? So I have been going through the chart line by line, as you can see, starting on the bottom part. Okay? So I stop right there. And I stop right here. We're going to do this one, and then we're going to do this one. And we need to jump up on this one. Now, there's some judgment calls in here. Because you see, we're going to jump up here. We're going to do this one, okay? On this case, let's see if it will. If not, we can pull it back and pull more down the camera. I'm trying to play with this, guys. Sorry. You're my kind of a guinea pigs. Okay, then I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna do this one, and then we're gonna do this one. We gotta jump from here to here. So what you do, you cannot do the same thing as you were doing, come up here, because you ain't got nothing over here to put on. The next one is up here. So you practically do the same because there's so little space over here that it's okay if you jump over there and, you know, have a little thread in there. The same thing happens over here. And over here, all depends on your judgment call or what you want to do. The same thing goes over here. In this case, when I finish this, I might want to go behind, right? I'm talking about on the back, not behind. I might want to go into the back and go through the thread and then come up here, right? So we're going to do this first part, okay? Let me get ready. I'll be right back so I can set up this, okay? Okay? Okay, guys. I got set up in a way that hopefully you'll be able to see the whole thing. So we are over here, and this one is number 18, right? Remember, we're coming down to the left, but I'm not going to repeat the stitches one by one, okay? You ought to know, if you're in this stage, you ought to know this, okay? But this type of images requires a lot of practice of the basic stitch. I'm trying to do this through the viewfinder, so bear with me, right? because the rest of the stitches are not going to be this close. If you have done this before, you have practiced, all I'm going to show you is what to do on this jump. And this is number 19. Okay, we're going to have another 19. So this is number 19. We're going to go up here because we're turning around. Again, I'm doing this where the space is kind of small, like over here and here. But when we come back, we're going to go this way now. But when we come back over here, I don't know. It's up to you. You got to check how long the thread is going to be on the back. But you can do that, or you can go on the back through the thread and come up here. Okay? And then we're going to talk about the rest. But I want to do part by part. Like I said, I want to show you. I'm coming through here. Right, like the regular. But I'm not coming down here because you don't have anything else to bead down. You come up here when you're going to put the next bead to the side, like has happened around here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start the new row. We're going to turn around. And come up here. And let's see how it looks in the back. Huh, it's not even that long. It's not even noticeable. Look, it's right here. It's not even noticeable. Okay? So I'm gonna pull this back because you guys gotta know about this already. We're gonna speed it up because on this side there is no problem. And then we gotta talk about all this. And over here, well, let's talk about it right now. Okay, I already told you about this right here, right? And in this part, it's gonna be a judgment call, your own call, okay? Me, I'd rather go through the back than having a long thread, because one thing you gotta take into consideration is this is not the regular stamped cross stitch. You know that the 8 cloth on the stamped cross stitch are a little more rough. They can stand a more pulling, but you cannot do the same thing over here because otherwise your picture on the side is gonna wrinkle. Okay, so you gotta make a judgment call over here. And if you decided to jump from here to here, then you cannot pull the thread too tight. Okay? Myself, I'm gonna go on the back and then come up here. And over here is even, over here, you don't even need a judgment call. This one over here has to be going through the back. But let's not get there, because if we come back here, we're gonna do this line down here. And then we come back, and then we come back. So we're not gonna jump from here to here. That's already a given. But talking about this side, I want to talk a little bit about this side. Because we're going to do these lines, and we're going to be doing lines probably all the way up to here. Okay? Because there's a judgment call over here. No, Lisa, I didn't find the pins. I had to buy a whole bunch. As a matter of fact, I bought a tin can full of them on Amazon. That's okay. I'm gonna have a lot of start on this type of craft, so I'm gonna need them. And over here we have this judgment call. I'm being a little bit informal because this is a premiere, and I know Lisa is on the house, so she probably, you know, asking questions. So over here is a judgment call. When you have things like this and so far away from the other item, I'd rather do it separately, okay, when the time comes. And the same thing goes with this. I'd rather do the towers separately, the lighthouse, and then these separately, because you don't want to make, first of all, such a big jump, and number two, even if you go through the threads on the back, you are losing thread. And remember, they give you almost the exactly amount of thread for you to use. Okay, they might give you a little bit more just in case, but not that much. This is not diamond painting. This is beading cross stitch, and it's quite a little bit of pricey. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put the beads over here, right? You're gonna watch fast forward. I'm not gonna talk about no more until we get back here. Okay, so let me pull back. Let me try to get closer so I can see, and you might be able to enjoy. And in the meantime, you can ask questions. Okay, I'm gonna be looking at my map, on my chart. So I see you in a bit. Okay, folks, I'm making the turn over here, but I'm going to do this off camera, all the line until we get here, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do over here, okay? And then I'm going to be doing the same thing, right? When I turn back, and I will we will work on this turns with the uneven rows, okay? I'll be right back. Well, folks, we are at the end, okay? Now, we gotta make a decision here whether we want to do the jump or we want to go behind this. So for that, I decided to use the other needle because I want to go on the cautionary side. I don't want to do the jump. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass the needle where I have to go through. I have to come through, okay? I'm going to pick up the last bead, okay, that goes in there to make the turn. And then I'm going to look on the back. Let me make sure that the bead is completely in there. Okay. So we are here in the back. That hole with that needle coming through is a hole that I need to go through. If I do this, you're going to have a little bit of a stretch in there. I'd rather go in the cautionary side and go through the thread on the back, right? All the way through there. And then I'm going to come out through here. Okay, I got to take the needle out because remember, this doesn't have holes, okay? But I already know that I'm on the same level, okay? So I come up here because now we're going to do the turnaround from right to left. Again, you got to watch the video so you can learn the stitch, the basic flow of the stitch. Let's put it this way. Remember, I came out through here, right? I came out through here. I came out through here. And I had a needle over here. So I went behind the thread and then come back up. That way I don't have this stretch and I don't, you know, kind of lose more thread on the way. So I'm going to do that. And here what's going to happen. I'm going to go back because you got to go with the flow of the stitch. Okay? I was thinking about doing this part, but analyzing this, when I go back and then do the turn around, I'm going to come up here. And then I'm going to jump over here. Then I'm going to go back in, right? And then I'm going to come back out over here. And over here, we have the same situation. Either you go back here, right, and get the needle and do this side, or you come down here, right, and continue. Let me see. And then come back. Yes. In this case, no, you cannot. You could decide to stop it over there and do this separately, but you just come back down the thread and come back up and continue the stitch over here. And then when you go up here, you're going to continue. This is going to let you practice even more of the stitch and do the tower, which I'm inclined to do first. And over here, let me take this clip out. And over here, right, when you get up here, it's going to be the same thing. Okay? You can jump over here. Over here, I'm going to go through the back thread and go back here, right? Or in this case, if it's this turn, and the same thing is going to go until I finish up there. Okay? So I'm going to do this on camera, right? We're going to come back. We're going to jump. And they come back. And then when we get to over here, we're going to stop right there. And this video is going to have a second part. Okay? Because by that time, I will have done all this. And then you already know, that's no mystery now. And then we can work together on this side. Okay? So, let me do this off camera until we get up here. And I'll be right back and we talk some more. Okay, guys. We got back. I'm going to show you one more time how to turn and jump. It's simple. It's a simple. Already grab the bead. I'm coming through here. And okay, again, I'm going to show you how to come from here to here. You come through here. And then you're going to come out on the top right. Okay, that's all it's going to take about. This is all that it's going to take about thread. Not that much. So, and you just make the turn. So I'm going to do this row with this row. And when I come back, I'm going to show you again, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down again over here, put the needle where it goes, and come up and keep on going. And I'm planning to do the towel. And I'm going to do the towel because we're going to have to do this video in two parts. I'm going to do the towel until I get over here. Until I get here. And then we're going to do all these together and the other side. Okay? So I'll be right back. I'm going to do that row that I just told you. Okay, guys. We got here. This situation over here is the same one as over here. Okay, where there's two beads that you have to skip in order to go up here. So I'm gonna repeat again. This time you have you can make a choice. Right? Let me put it back up a little bit. You have a choice. You have the choice to stop it there, come back behind this, and start over here and do this whole thing only. Or you have the choice to come back here, continue the road over here, and then come back up and do the towel. Because it's not convenient to make a big jump. Neither over here, neither on the back of the thread. Because you're going to lose a thread. Let's face it. you're gonna lose thread. Okay, and so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you again what I did over here, right? Let me put you with I'm gonna show you what I did over here, right, with this one. So I'm gonna pick up my needle, because remember, this doesn't have the hole. You're gonna have to puncture the hole. So another puncture the hole. You have to puncture with your needle in order to pass the thread. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna punch where the needle is supposed to come up. And remember, from left to right is on the bottom left. So I'm gonna do that. And this is with the other needle, the one that they gave me extra, right? So now I'm gonna pick up the bead. I'm gonna go inside on the top right. And without touching the other, I'm trying to don't get the needle inside the thread, the other extra needle. So you see, we found some use for the extra needle. And if you didn't get an extra needle, because I had a kit that he didn't have the extra needle, and Lisa told me that she didn't either have the extra needle. So you can use like a pin head for that. Okay. I have to get it out again. Okay, so we're looking over here. You see, this is too much of a thread to be loosened out. So I'd rather go in this case. This is too much thread. This is where the hole I have to come in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through here. I'm trying, because this thread wants to come out of the needle. Come on. Okay. Sorry guys, I have to fix this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go on the back of the thread, right? The closest one, which is that one. Okay. And then I'm going to go through the next thread too, until I reach the hole that I have to go through. Okay. So, and then you can kind of insert the needle on the side, take this one off. Make sure where you're coming out up front, right, is on the bottom left dot. Okay, and then you pull. And then you continue, right? Remember to turn the fabric so it will be easier for you. And you continue with your beading. Okay, and you're going to continue to the end. Then you're going to come back as normal. If you learn hold on, sorry about that. Ooh. Now you're going to continue through the whole row, right? And then over here you're going to do as normal. Remember to watch that video. This is for people who already have done one flower, a couple of flowers, and got the stitch, okay? And do the turn back, right? In this case, I'm going to keep on doing the tower. But I'm going to do it until I get here. And then on the second class, we're going to go or in the second tutorial, we're going to go all the way up here, and then we're going to do these ones. Okay? So they take on this one. Let me take the pins out. The good thing about this one is, again, you have a practice area. Keep on practicing the basic stitch, right? From left to right, from right to left, and the turn, how to turn, okay? When you go over here, if it's 1, you can jump it, okay? If it's 2, we go back on the fabric, okay? And over here, I see that it's gonna happen again. Probably, depends on where we are in the back and forward when we get to do this one. So what I'm gonna do is, for the next class, I'm gonna have this done all the way up here before that red one, okay? And then we're gonna continue to the top, we're gonna finish it, and then we're gonna take care of this one. And on this one, we're gonna start again from left to right. You always start from left to right, okay? So thank you for watching. You have any question, feel free to post it in the comments. You know, I'm here. And until the next time, remember to hug and kiss your fur baby from Mickey and I. Thank you for watching, and see you very soon. Much love and peace. Keep on beading.